Once upon a time, in a village known by all as Ikuku, lived a fearless, handsome, and well known hunter known as Obi. He was handsome and admired by almost every woman in Ikuku village. All the beautiful ladies in Ikuku village have tried their best to win Obi's heart, but their beauty or charisma doesn't entice him. Obi was so handsome that the king's daughter wanted him as husband, but Obi refused a proposal. The princess offered him various gifts to win his heart, but Obi wasn't interested. This made the princess very angry, so she swore that Obi would never find happiness with any other woman except she was the one he married. One day, Obi was on his way home from the forest after hunting when he saw a significantly older woman carrying a pot of water on her head from afar. As he approached, a young woman called Chinyere emerged from a nearby bush with some firewood on her head. Obi watched as Chinyere carefully hid her firewood inside the bush and offered to help the older woman with the pot of water. Obi instantly fell in love with Chinyere because of her generous gesture. He waited until Chinyere and the older woman were out of sight. Then he went to where Chinyere kept her firewood and sat down, waiting for her. After a while, Chinyere returned to pick up her firewood and saw Obi waiting for her. "What is your name?" Obi asked her, but Chinyere looked at him in surprise, unlike other ladies who would worship Obi just by seeing him. Chinyere wasn't moved by his appearance and seemed not to know him, but she told him politely that she wasn't interested in whatever he had to say. Obi was shocked at Chinyere's reaction. She would be the first woman in Ikoko village to talk to him condescendingly. "I am Obi, the famous hunter. Don't you know me?" Obi asked her, trying to impress her, but Chinyere didn't look at him twice. She went to where she kept her firewood and carried it on her head. When Obi realized that Chinyere didn't know who he was, he pleaded to help her take the firewood. However, Chinyere refused. She told him that her stepmother would kill her if she found out that a man helped her to carry the firewood. She pleaded with Obi to leave her alone because she was already late and her stepmother would be furious. Despite her plea, Obi followed her behind but kept his distance. When Chinyere got to her compound and kept the firewood by the fire stand, an older woman in her late 50s stormed out of the house and pounced on Chinyere, beating her mercilessly with a stick. "What took you so long, you good for nothing brat?" the elderly woman yelled at her and continued beating her. Obi, who had been watching from afar, could no longer withhold himself. He ran into the compound and shielded Chinyere from the older woman. "What has she done wrong?" Obi asked the older woman angrily, but she ignored him. She threatened to starve Chinyere for 2 days, then stormed back into the house. Obi felt very sorry for Chinyere. He had already fallen in love with her. "Is that your stepmother?" Obi asked Chinyere, but Chinyere was in too much pain to respond. She nodded her head. Obi carried Chinyere on his back to his house despite her protest. When they got to his house, he took care of the injury her stepmother inflicted on her and gave her some herbs for the pain. Then he asked her to sleep and rest. When Chinyere woke up, she was terrified. She told Obi that she wanted to return home, or her stepmother would burn her things. But Obi pacified her and promised her that she would be fine. Then he asked Chinyere why her stepmother was evil towards her. Chinyere told Obi that her father married 2 wives, but her father loved her biological mother more than she loved her stepmother. So when her biological mother died, her stepmother started treating her like a slave. She told Obi that her mother's death shattered her father's heart, so he died shortly after, leaving her at the mercy of her wicked stepmother. Obi felt very sorry for Chinyere and all she had been through. After Chinyere had finished resting and eating, Obi took Chinyere to see her stepmother. Immediately her stepmother saw Chinyere and Obi, she started calling Chinyere a harlot and a cheap slut. This made Obi furious. He approached her stepmother and told her he wanted to marry Chinyere and make her his wife. When Obi revealed his intentions of getting married to Chinyere, her stepmother started laughing heartily. I would be glad to give this piece of rag to you for free, her stepmother said. The next day, Obi brought all the items required to make Chinyere his wife properly and paid Chinyere's dowry. After Obi married Chinyere, there was an uproar in Okuko village. Everyone was disappointed that Obi chose Chinyere, an orphan, even though all the beautiful ladies in Ikuku village would do anything to marry him. Among those who were disappointed was the princess. She was deeply enraged when she heard that Obi chose a male orphan over her, the princess of Ikuku village. Out of anger, the princess brought and cast a spell on a costly necklace. The wearer will never conceive as long as the necklace remained on her neck. Then the princess visited Obi and Chinyere, congratulating Chinyere on being the lucky woman to win Obi's heart, and then gifted her the necklace. Chinyere felt that the princess had good intentions for her, so she admired the necklace and wore it on her neck. It made her look fabulous, so she left the necklace on her neck, unaware that it was cursed. A few years after Obi married Chinyere, people started talking and rumors began spreading that Chinyere was a witch. People started spreading rumors that the reason Chinyere was yet to get pregnant was that she was a witch who was fond of eating the babies in her womb. However, Obi wasn't bothered by the rumors. He told Chinyere that he deeply loved her and didn't matter if she had a child. Obi urged her to be patient and wait for God's time. But Chinyere wasn't happy. She felt unfortunate and depressed because of what people were saying about her. She felt more depressed because of what her stepmother would be saying about her. One day, Chinyere decided to do the unthinkable without her husband's knowledge. She decided to visit a powerful witch doctor in the neighboring village and asked for his assistance getting pregnant. Chinyere waited until her husband went into the forest to hunt at night, and then she sneaked out of the village to see the witch doctor called Mbada. When Chinyere arrived at Mbada's hut, Mbada laughed hysterically when he saw her. He told her that he knew why she came to see him. He gave Chinyere some herbs and asked her to drink the herbs the next time she wanted to make love to her husband. However, Mbada gave Chinyere one condition. He told Chinyere that she would give birth to twins, and on no condition must she beat any of them. He warned her that if anyone should beat any of the children, the person would die in a few days if the children didn't forgive the person, and anyone who tried to hurt them would instantly run mad. Chinyere was desperate for a child, so she didn't consider the repercussions. She eagerly accepted his condition, but before she left, Mbada saw the necklace the princess had gifted her on her neck. He asked her who had given her the necklace, and Chinyere proudly told him that the princess had gifted it to her. Mbada smiled and told her it was beautiful. He knew the necklace was the cause of her barrenness, but the devil had no intention of helping but to destroy it. Immediately after Chinyere got home, She prepared the herbs, and when it was night, she drank them before sleeping with her husband. Just as Mbada had predicted, Chinere discovered she was pregnant 5 months later. The news spread around the village like wildfire, and didn't take long before the princess heard of the pregnancy. The princess became very angry. She visited Chinyere to check if she was still wearing the cursed necklace, but she pretended she wanted to congratulate her on the pregnancy. When the princess saw that Chinyere was still wearing the necklace, she became perplexed. She wondered how it was possible that Chinyere would be pregnant while she was still wearing the necklace. This mystery pushed the princess to delve deeper into black magic. She started experimenting with ways to make Chinwe lose the pregnancy. The princess eventually created another dangerous spell and cast it on a very expensive earring. If Chinwe wore the earrings, the babies in her womb would die and Chinwe would have a miscarriage. The next day, the princess visited Chinwe and gave her the beautiful earrings. Chinyere was mesmerized by their beauty, so she wore them immediately. However, the children in her womb were not ordinary. They belonged to Mbada's deity, and just like Mbada said, anyone who tried to hurt them would run mad instantly. When the princess got home, she started acting strangely, eventually losing her senses. She started removing her clothes, but her maid got a grip on her before she stripped herself naked. The princess subconsciously started confessing her misdeeds. She admitted that she was the cause of Chinyere's inability to pour children and that the earrings she gifted Chinyere were cursed. After she had finished confessing, the people of Ikoko village locked her up in a dungeon because of her crime, not minding that she was a princess. Chinyere instantly understood why she couldn't give birth. She removed the necklace and earrings and burnt them, but it was already late because she was already pregnant with devil's children. After a few months, Chinyere successfully gave birth to two beautiful daughters. She named them Chioma and Chizoba. Obi was excited and happy to be a father after many years. Many people came to celebrate with them, including her stepmother. Chinyere was so delighted, and her joy knew no bounds. However, she recalled the condition Mbada gave her and was determined to keep them no matter what. As the twins grew up, Chinyere pampered and spoiled them. Whenever they did something terrible, she was scared to correct or spank them out of fear that she would lose her life. Whenever they did anything naughty, she would conceal it from Obi, her husband, so he wouldn't attempt to beat or punish them. Chioma and Chizoba grew up very spoiled, gradually becoming a nuisance to Ikoko village. Whenever they destroyed people's property, Chinere would plead with the owners and compensate them. This continued for a very long time until Chinere could no longer cover up their crimes. Whenever they abused or offended anyone in the village, the person would beat or punish them. But after a few days, the person would mysteriously fall sick and die. It became a strange phenomenon in Ikuku village, as many villagers started dying mysteriously. No one knew that the twins were the culprits behind the random deaths. Obi and Chinyere were getting old and not as strong as they used to be, and Chinyere couldn't do much. Chioma and Chizoba became a thorn in their flesh. One day, Chioma and Chizoba raided an older man's farm and stole some of his harvest. The older man was hurt and heartbroken, so he reported the twins to their father, Obi. The older man's tears moved Obi, so he stood in front of the house angrily, holding a stick while waiting for the twins to return. Chinere tried to convince him to let them be. She went on her knees and begged him to spare them, but Obi refused to listen because he was agitated. Chinyere couldn't tell him about her pact with Mbada, so she gave up and accepted her fate. When Chioma and Chizoba returned, Obi pounced on them with anger, flogging them mercilessly until they both started bleeding seriously. The twins became enraged that Obi flogged them, so they tried to retaliate and equally pounced on their father. Obi lost control of his temper and picked up a big stick. With rage and without thinking, he used the big stick to hit both of them until they both fell unconscious. When he regained his composure, he realized that he had killed his children. Obi fell to the floor and started weeping. As he wept, the sky became very dark, and a bolt of thunder struck Obi, killing him instantly. Chiere stood some feet away and witnessed everything, but could do nothing. She regretted making a pact with the devil out of desperation. She wished she had been patient just like her husband Obi implored her. Now, because of her wrong decision she made, she had lost her children and her husband as well. Chinyere lived the rest of her life as a widow, in pain and regret. She would frequently tell her story to the younger ones so they will learn from her experience and avoid the same mistake she made. The moral of this story: patience is a virtue. Learn the art of patience. Don't be compelled to run faster than your shadow, ahead of your destiny to your detriment. Not everyone means well to you, and not all gifts are to be accepted, no matter how beautiful or sincere the giver may appear. No matter how desperate you may be, or how enticing it may seem, do not make a pact with the devil. There is always so much to lose than you can gain from the devil. Please share your thoughts and lessons learned in the comment section below. Thank you.